Make the mind abide, get absorbed, take to samadhi, getting absorbed in the Swarupa. Now, for this, in 3 verses, so how to make the mind get absorbed is told with respect to Shabda, what is called as Shabdanuvidha. In Dripdrishya Viveka, certain methods are given to make the mind get absorbed in the Atma Swarupa. One is Shabda, other is Drishya. Shabda, words from Shruti, which are being used at the time of teaching, unfoldment, based on which, with respect to which, one can make the mind abide in the Swarupa. Shabdanuvidha. Anuvidha means mixed with, or associated with, or connected with. Samadhi, absorption of the mind, mixed with or connected with Shabda from the Shruti. There are 3 types. So, to begin, this is Shabda. Other is Drishya. Drishya means whatever that is perceived, whatever that is cognized. That is Drishyanuvidha Samadhi. Samadhi mixed with, associated with, or connected to the Drishya. So now listen, as with the Drishya, Drishyanuvidha Savikalpa Samadhi, Shabdanuvidha Savikalpa Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Again, this with respect to Antara and Bahya. Antara, words encoding Atma. Again, words encoding Brahma, Bahya. Again, words unfold words with respect to Drishya, Antara, like thoughts. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. Then Drishya with respect to external words, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. So that means total is 6 Samadhi. Shabdanuvidha Savikalpa Samadhi, Drishyanuvidha Savikalpa Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, with respect to Antara, with respect to Bahya. 6 ways of making the mind get absorbed in the Swarupa is being given. So we can, in the Dripdrishya Viveka book, Vedanti Ved Samadhi, all these are dealt in detailed aspects. Now here, whether a technique or means to make the mind abide in the Swarupa with the help of Shabda is being given. Continuing.
Kimapi satakabodham kevalananda rupam Nirupamamati vedam nityamuktam niriham
Niriham
Niravadikavanaham nishkalam nirvikalpam Srutikalayati vidvan brahma purnam samadhau Advaya Satata bodham Kevalananda rupam Nirupamam Ativedam Nityamuktam Niriham Niravati Gavanamam Nishkalam Nirvikalpam Purnam Kim api Brahma Vidwan Samadhau Rudi Karayati.
Satata Bodham, that which means satata bodha. Satata bodha means always bodha. Any knowledge of a thing is khandita. It is segmented. Segmented because it is conditioned by the nama and rupa of the vastu. Now this is the very knowledge principle, independent of any given vastu. Satata means nitya jnapti swarupa, nitya prakasha swarupa, swayam jyoti tattva, nitya chaitanya tattva. So that is what means in and through all the experiences, whether in the waking state, dream state and deep state, in and through all the types of knowledge we get, that knowledge principle which makes us aware of all this, which makes us undergo all these experiences, which makes us gain all this knowledge, that is what satata bodha. Even if you have not understood, that satata bodha. Satata bodha itself has made you not understand, that's all. Because what vritti registered, oh, I am not able to understand this. You limit by what? That satata bodha only. So they say satata bodha. Kevalananda rupam, that which is nothing but ananda swarupa. Kevala. You know what does this kevala word exclude? Dukkha. See, ananda, our ananda is generally mixed with the dukkha. Here, no trace of dukkha. Kevala ananda rupam. So therefore it is nirupadhika. See, any ananda with upadhi is bound to be mixed with sorrow. This is free from upadhi, and therefore upadhi breeds the sorrow. No upadhi, it has to be what? It is ananda, kevala ananda swarupa, sukha swarupam, kevala ananda rupam, nirupamam, tasya pratima na asti. No comparison for that. You cannot compare it with anything, without any comparison, without any illustration. Nirupamam. Ativelam. Vela means bound, limitation. Vela means bound, limitation. Ativelam means free from bound, in the sense Vishwapitam. Vishwa Jagat means bound. This is Vishwapitam, free from Vishwa, free from Jagat. Ativelam. Nityamuktam. At no time it has got bondage. What you say? Ever liberated. Ever liberated means what? Bandha was not there. How is it? What about the jiva? Bandha. Therefore we have to think of moksha. But this, how did he get him bound? Mind. Because of the mind. So, and how did he get liberated? Mind. So therefore, mind has cast the bondage. Mind has removed the bondage, but one who eliminates both bondage and so-called liberation is what? Nitya Mukta. Just as wind brings the cloud, cover the sun. We say sun is covered. Wind blow away the cloud. We say sun is uncovered. But sun is neither covered nor uncovered. Nitya uncovered. Nitya, he is never covered. Nitya anachaditaha. So that way he says, Nitya Muktam Niriham. One in whom Iha is not there. Iha can mean two things. One, activities, chesta. Other is desire, kama. So therefore, niriham can mean nishkriyam, free from kriya, free from activity. If you take iha as what? Iha as karma, kriya. If you take iha as desire, nishkama, niriham is free from desire. Niriham, niravadhi. Parichinnata are not there. Desha parichinnata, kala parichinnata, vastu parichinnata. These are not there in whom. So that is what is called as, so that is niravadhi. Again, gaganabham, gaganatulyam. Here gaganabham, for to highlight asangatva, unconnected to anything, unattached to anything. That is what asangatva, gaganabham, asangat. Nishkalam, kala, part, avayav. Nishkalam, niravayavam, free from part. Again, nirvikalpam. Kalpa here is kalpana, vividha kalpana shunyam, free from all the kalpana. What are these kalpanas? All that is adhyasta prapancha. So, free from adhyasta prapancha. See, nirvikalpa samadhi we say. What is meant by nirvikalpa samadhi? Free from all the projection, free from all the kalpana. That is what is there. So triputi is that all this is that is that, I should have this, all these kalpana are not there in nirvikalpam. Purnam, which is advitiya, that and that alone is Purnam. Kim api, something. What do you mean by something? Having told all these things, this is something. Something means that which cannot be described by words. Vagagocharam, vachaha agocharam, not a vishaya of words. Words cannot describe that. Kimapi means something, it is there, but it cannot be described. It cannot be described. Kimapi, Brahma, called as what? Brahma. So who? Vidwan, one who has got the knowledge. Samadhav, Hrudi, Kalayati. Samadhav, in Samadhi. Hrudi, in Antakarna. Kalayati means Bhavayati, gets absorbed in, or Kalayati also can possesses the Swarupa, or better is gets absorbed in the Swarupa. Continuing.
Prakruti vikruti shunyam bhavanatita bhavam. Samarasama samanam manasam pandaduram. Nigama vachana siddham nisyamasmat prasiddham. Hrudi kadayati vidwan brahma purnam samadhav. Anvaya, first three lines as it is. Prakruti vikruti shunyam bhavanatita bhavam samarasam asamanam अस्मत् प्रसिद्धं पूर्णं ब्रह्म विद्वान् समाधौ हृदि कलयति.
Prakriti Vikriti Shunya, that which is Shunya, Rahita, free from both Prakriti and Vikriti. Prakriti means Karana, cause. Vikriti, Vikara, Karya, means that which is free from Karya Karana Bhava, free from cause-effect relation. So, free from cause-effect relation means Brahma is not produced from some cause, nor Brahma produces something. So you may say, what about the Jagat? So you say Jagat, Brahma is the Karana for Jagat. Not in the sense that Brahma has hatched Jagat. It is Vivarta Upadana Karana. Brahma appears as Jagat, just as snake appears as Jagat. Truly speaking, snake is not snake. Rajju, rope appears as snake. Truly speaking, rope is not the cause of, but it provides the basis for delusion, erroneous notion. So that's where, from a reality standpoint, neither Brahma is caused by something, nor it is a cause of anything. Elsewhere, in Yoga Vasishtha says, Vivartoyam Balana. Brahma as Vivarta Upadana Karana is for the understanding of children. Why? There is nothing other than Brahma at all. Brahma cannot be the cause. I think it is yet to come. It is yet to come. So Vivartoyam Balana. Think of it. This is how the Vedanta uses the methodology. But finally it has to be. That is what Bhagavad Gita does. That's why Bhagavad Gita can be misunderstood. If the background is not there, it can be misunderstood. Prakriti Vikriti Shunyam Bhavanatita Bhavam. Bhavana, here is Kalpana, imagination, projection, erroneous projection. Atita, beyond that, independent of it. Bhava, Swabhava. So, Swabhava, the one whose nature is such that it is free from all kalpana, all imagination. Kalpanas are what level? Imaginations are what level? Antakarna, mind. This is free from the realm of the Antakarna, free from the projections of the mind. Bhavanatita Bhava. Samarasam Asamanam. Samarasam Ekarupam. Always of the same nature. One who never changes. Asamanam. No samana to that. Asadrisham. Similar to which is not there. Asadrisham. Samarasam, asamanam. Mana sambandha duram. It has no connection whatsoever with mana here is pramana. See, pramana makes you know prameya, gives the prama of prameya, means prameya is the object of pramana. But as far as Atma is concerned, Atma, Brahma is not the object of even Vedanta pramana. And how it is that? Vedanta is the pramana to gain the knowledge. Vedanta is pramana only to remove ignorance. Is that the Vedanta pramana cannot objectify Atma? Do you know why? It is the very principle because of pramana, prama and pramata operate. As in the Sureshwaracharya in one of the Vartika says, pramata cha pramanam cha prameyam pramitis tatha yasya prasada siddhyanti tatsiddhau kim apekshate. All these operate, come into existence because of whom, on what does it depend? Means it doesn't depend on anything. Pramata cha, pramata the knower. Pramanam cha, the means of knowledge. Prameyam, thing to be known. Again, pramitihi, pramitihi means prama, knowledge. Pramitihi tatha, yasya prasadat siddhyanti. Yasya prasad anugrah means because of whose presence they come into existence. Yasya prasadat siddhyanti sat siddhau, for its existence it is kim apekshate, what is needed. Means this Chaitanya Tattva Atma Brahma gives existence to Pramata, Pramana, Prameya and Pramiti, or otherwise called as Prama. It gives the existence. It is independent of everything. See, how is it? Presently, who are you with respect to what I teach? Don't say Shishya and all that. Pramata, at least Shota. I don't know whether Pramata. Pramata when you hear and Prama takes as Pramata. I have no guarantee. So Shota, yes. Unless your mind has gone for a wandering. So that is what you mean. So you are Shota. Then Shota, Shravana, Shravya, Shruti, whatever that is, all are because of Chaitanya. If Chaitanya were not there, your Shabdantakarana vritti will not be evident. One who is aware of that will not be Shota, will not be there. Shravana will not be there. Shravya also will not be there. That's why I say it is mana sambandha duram. It has no connection with the mana. On the contrary, pramana depends on this pramiti tattva, very knowledge principle. Nigama vachana siddham. So its existence is established by Nigama vachana siddham, means it is established by Nigama. But how to know what is told by Nigama is correct? Nigama means Veda. How to know? Vidvad Anubhava. Jnani, who are directly experienced, they bear the proof that what is told by Shruti is correct. They would say what is told by Shruti is correct. Nigama vachana siddham. Nityam, free from time. Nityam, free from time. Very asmat prasiddham. Asmat means I. Whatever that is available as I, its true nature is this. Mistaken is what? Jiva, identified with the upadhi. So that we say, asmat prasiddham, nityam, asmat prasiddham. Such a thing, purnam, as earlier, last line I did it, Purnam Brahma Vidwan Jnani Samadhau in Samadhi Dhrudi Kalayati. It is what experiences or gets absorbed in Antakarna in Samadhi. Continuing.
Ajaram amaravastam asavastu swarupam Divita sanilarachi prakshamaksha vihinam Shamita guna vikaram shashvatam shantamekam Rudi kalayati vidwan brahma purnam samadhau Again, Anvaya of first three lines as it is. Ajaram, Amaram, Asta Ahata Vastu Swarupam.
Astabhata Vastu Swarupam.
Asta Ahata Vastu Swarupam. Stivita Salila Rachi Praksham Akhya Vihinam Shamita Guna Vikaram Shashvatam Shantam Ekam Purnam Brahma Vidwan Samadhau Rudi Kalayati.
It is Ajaram Amaram, that which has no jara. After Marana, jara is highlighted. You know why? Old age is the most undesirable state. Unless one can show thumb to the world, be independent of the world. When he can be independent of the world, the Atma Sarupa mind has to get absorbed. Otherwise, it is a very painful state. Painful state. That is Ajaram, that which has no jara. Why? Atma has no old age. Body is not there. Nirupadika. Aging is for the body. One you see, there was Mr. Devendranath Singh, college mate of Swami Vivekananda, very brilliant person, and he was the Vice Chancellor of Mysore University at that time, at the time of Swami Vivekananda. At one place he said, India is ever aging but never old. India is ever aging but never old. What do you mean by aging? Becoming old only. Means time passes, you know why? Our culture is so. Our Sanatana Dharma culture might have undergone degradation, but like a football, it's revived. Think of it. Many cultures in the world, they have gone to the peak of their level and they have crumbled, never to revive again, but not our culture. Do you know why? Either avatara or great sages, from time to time they revive. See, no part of the world has got avataras except India. They may have stages, saints they may have, but avatara is here only because Sanatana Dharma basis is here. In fact, at one place it is said, whether other religions accept or not, means whether the followers of other religions accept or not, the truth is Vedas, that means just as the Mother Earth is for palaces, mansions, buildings, huts, and all these things, so is Veda for all religions in the world. Without Mother Earth, can you have buildings? It's the very basis. Likewise, Veda is the very basis for all religions. They may not accept, but truth cannot be denied at all. So India is ever aging, never old. I think we have already gone to the deepest depth of degradation, but it is coming up. Within 30 to 36 years, Sanatana Dharma is going to be accepted by world all over. The world will look forward to India for leadership. It's going to come. Don't think avatars are just like that. They will keep it. You may accept or not get it. Satya Sai Baba has said it. It is going to see. At two places he has said 30 to 34 years, 36 years. At one place he has said 18 years. 18 years. But it is bound to, don't worry about Bharat. Bharat is going to be a prosperous country and the leader of that. So just wait and watch it. Of course, one more phase is that, next phase, that Premasai, he is going to be there in the body for 76 years. At the end of that 76 years, Rama Rajya in the entire world. Don't think they come just for nothing else. So you may say, oh, well, we are not going to. At least you are going to be there for some time or not. Why you want to, you get moksha and get it up, why you want that Rama Rajya? You just wish good for the people who have no opportunity to get the knowledge. You say goodbye forever. Yes, that should be there. Don't keep that desire also. I think you would like to. It happened. See, when Satya Sai Baba was young, maybe he was in 20s or so, there was one sannyasi committed for the upliftment of the Vedas. And he has taken so seriously, means he could not reconcile Vedas not being revived. At the same time, he was at the fag end of his life. Satya Sai Baba told him, look here, I have come for the same purpose. You don't bother, Vedas will be revived, you relax and don't keep that desire in the mind that Vedas should be revived. It is my job as because the fellow will have to take another birth now. So you don't bother about that. I will see it is. So like that, pray so long as you are there, pray for good of everyone and leave it to Narayana. He will take care. It is his job, it is not your job as such. It will be taken care. But it has got its own way. It has got its own method and not as we think. Anyway, that is India. India is ever aging, never old. Now here, we see Ajaram, without old. Amaram, without marana, without it has no marana, means nasharahitam. It is nasharahitam. Ajaram, amaram. Astabhasa vastu swarupam. It is of such nature, vastu. It is a thing wherein all abhasa, all adhyarupata thing, adhyarupita, all adhyasta thing is astam means nashtam. What is adhyasta? Prapancha. So adhyasta prapancha is absent in which. So अस्ताभास वस्तु स्वरूपम. अस्ताः गताः आभासाः. आभासाः means vikalpaः. Yasmin tat अस्ताभासम. And what is that vikalpa? Adhyastha thing. That in which nothing that is adhyastha is there. So that tat vastu swarupam. Simita salila rashi prakhyam. Prakhyam means tulyam, resembling to. It resembles to what? So, Simita salila rashi. Simita is nischala, stagnant. Salila rashi, columns of water. You just imagine ocean, not ocean without the surface. The surface of the ocean is always on what? Turmoil. Waves come and go at it. But few feet below or few meters below is what? Unmoving mass of water. Below there are no waves. See, suppose if you go 2-3 meters below, don't go. Okay. Just imagine. If you imagine 2-3 meters below the ocean, so there is no one. It is standstill. It is standstillness. It is standstill. Simita salila rashi, columns of water without any movement. This what does it indicate? Nishkriya, free from any change, free from any activity. Prakhyam Akhya Vihinam Nama Rahitam. It has no name. Even Brahma you can't spell out. How? Moment you name a word, it is not Brahma. You know why? Jati, Guna, Kriya, Sambandha. In these 4 fields only what words can operate. This is Brahma is free from all this. Yet we have to make use of the word from the word. Shamita Guna Vikaram. It should be taken this way. Shamita Gunam, Shamita Vikaram. Shamita means Rahita. Guna Rahita means what? Nirguna. Vikar Rahita is what? Nirvikaram. That's all. So Shamita Guna Vikaram means Nirgunam and Nirvikaram. Shashvatam Anadisiddham. Always it exists. Never it has come into existence. Never it is born. Anadi Siddham Shashvatam Shantam Aparinami. Without any parinama, without any modification. Ekam, that is Advitiya, Satyavam, Purnam, Brahma. So Vidvan, Samadhav, Hridi, Kalayati. Samadhav, Hridi, Kalayati. So in this manner, having made the mind abide in the Swarupa, make your life worthwhile. Justify yourself as a human being. Your pumstvam, manliness. Manliness means as a human being. Status as a human being justifies it. Do you know why he says so? Your human embodiment is meant to gain this knowledge. Your human embodiment is meant to gain this knowledge. And having got the embodiment for this purpose, if the purpose is not served, what is the outcome? This fellow was to go to Delhi, boarded Rajdhani Express, बड़ोड़ा स्टेशन आ गया, बड़ोड़ा श्रीखंड, बड़ोड़ा श्रीखंड. And he has understood, he has known Amul Srikhand is very good and Baroda it is another, and he went and there was a long queue. By the time he comes, Rajdhani is on the way to Ratnam. Had a purpose but not consistently. Means the means is not consistently taken to by other interests. So, Baroda, Srikhand, Ratlam, Kachori. I don't know. Don't quote me. Swamiji knows. Ratlam, Kachori is famous. I don't know. But Baroda Srikhand I know. Srikhand because any fellows they speak of that. Something will be there. Something or other will be there. Otherwise, local people have to run their business. No, so that is no deviation. They say, I heard that in New York, say, these thugs are very pickpockets and such things. And while walking, you have to see straight and walk. And if you start looking at the skyscraper, they find out this fellow is a human. Therefore, local people also, they never look here and there. They straightly walk. Means this must be a local person, we can't do much of it. And if this new visitor, like if a peasant comes to Bombay and take him to Fort area and all this, even railway station they can make out. They can think of others also, but this they can make out. So like this. They come and stand behind you. What you have to do is you have to turn and look at them. they know this fellow has spotted me. जैसे शागे समाधौ कलयति. Continue.
समाहितान्तःकरणस्वरूपे विलोकयात्मानमखण्डवैभवम् विच्छिन्ति बन्धं भवबन्धबन्धितम् यत्नेन पुंस्त्वं कबलीकुरुष्व. अन्वय समाहितान्तःकरणः समाहित अंतःकरणः as sun स्वरूपे अखंड वैभवम् आत्मानं विलोकय भवबन्धबन्धितं बन्धं विच्छिन्ति यत्नेन पुंस्त्वं सफलीकुरुष्व.
Yatnena, by appropriate and adequate effort, punsvam sapali kurushva. Because manliness means take us as a human being, make it all sapaliga, make it fruitful. Means having been born as a human being, certainly what? Attain the purpose for which it is meant. How? Samahitantakaranassan, with the mind which is well composed, where Swarupe, with the mind abiding in Swarupa, as a result, directly cognizing the Swarupa how Akhanda Vaibhavam Atmanam Vilokayan. Vilokaya means Sakshat Kuru. Directly know what? Atmanam, one's own Swarupa. What is it? Akhanda Vaibhava. Akhanda Vaibhava means Akhanda Vibhu, that which is all pervasive. That which is all pervasive. So it is Akhanda Vaibhavam Sakshat Kuru. As a result, what do you do? Bhavagandha Gandhitam Bandham Vichindi. Bandham Vichindi. Destroy the bondage. What type of bondage? Bhavagandha Gandhitam, which is foul with the bad odor of samsara. Bhavagandha means bhava is samsara. Gandha is, that is what smell. Smell means yes, bad smell. So that we can become foul because of bad smell. So that is what means get rid of kutsita samsara, detestable samsara, and thereby yatnena Usvam sapali kurushva. So make it worthwhile that your human birth continues.
Sarvopati vinirmuktam Satchidanandam Advayam Bhavayatmanamatmatkam Nabhuyam kalpate tvani. Anvaya Sarva upani vinirmuktam Satchidanandam Advayam Atmastham Atmanam Bhavaya Bhuyaha Advani Na Kalpate.
Sarva upadhi nirmuktam atmanam bhavaya. Atmanam bhavaya. Contemplate on, meditate on Atma Swarupa. What is that Atma Swarupa? Vinirmuktam, totally free from Sarva upadhi, free from all upadhi. What is that all upadhi? Karana upadhi, Sukshma upadhi, Sthula upadhi. So free from all the upadhi, Satchidanandam, that which is ever existent principle, itself is knowledge principle, itself is Ananda principle, Advayam, non-dual, nothing other than that. So Atmastham, Atmastham means, so Antakaranatham, available to give the knowledge in the Antakarana. Atmanam, Bhavaya, Chintaya. So that is what. If you do that, you say, Advane Bhuyaha, Advane Nakalpate. Again, Advan literally means Marga. Marga implies Samskriti, Samsara. Which Marga? Dakshinayana, Uttarayana, Jayasva, Briyasva, etc. Shukla, Archit, Bhuma, all the different names are there. So that means in terms of transmigration. So Marga, Advan means Marga. Here in the context of means the Uttarayana Marga, Dakshinayana Marga. Again, these insects, etc., they just are born, they die like that. All this means samsara, it implies samsara. Advane bhuyaha na kalpase means you will not get subjected to punarjanma. You will not get subjected to punarjanma. So if you have got the knowledge, how Punarjanma is not there is shown.
Chayev punsa paridrushyamanam Abhasarupena padanubhutya Shariramaharachavavantirastam Punarsasanghasta idam mahatma Anvaya Palanubhutya Abhasarupena Punsaha Chaya iva Paridrushyamanam Shavavat Arat Nirastam Idam Shariram Mahatma Punaha Na Sandhasta
Sandhati.
Na Sandhati
Mahatma Punaha Idam Shariram Na Sandhati. One who has got the knowledge doesn't take Punarjanma, doesn't take the body in his life. With that, Phalanubhutya, literally, Anubhuti, by Anubhuti, experience of Phala. What is this Phala? Is a technical term. You know Vishayakaram Takarana Vritti. In that Vishayakaram Takarana Vritti, Chidabhasa is available. Chit Pratibimba is available. So that is called as Phala. Now here, Vishayas are not involved. What is involved here? Atma, Brahma. In Atmakara Vritti, Brahmakara Vritti, Akhandakara Vritti, Chidabhasa is available or not? Yes. Now that Chidabhasa, basis of Chidabhasa is what? Atma, Brahma. So that's Phalanubhuti means by the experience of Atma, Brahma, even free from Akhandakara Vritti. With the Akhandakara Vritti, again what will happen? Chidabhasa will come. No. Chit Swarupa, even free from Akhandakara Vritti. Phalanubhutya. Abhasarupena Pusaha Chaya iva Paridrushyamanam Shariram. This Shariram means Sakshatkara has taken place. The direct cognition of Brahma is there. At that time, this embodiment appears like what? Just a Abhasavat, like a corpse. Why? No identification with the body. That will say, Abhasarupena Pusaha Chaya iva, like the shadow of a person, see, Paridrushyamanam, one which appears again, which has been discarded without identification in it, as how? Shavavat Arat Nirastam. Shavavat, like a dead body. Arat Nirastam. Arat means Dura. Actually, Arat can mean near or far. Here we have to take far, because nobody goes near, even near and dear after some time what? Far only. At the most, they will go up to crematorium. Afterwards, they will shed tears. Two types of tears will be there. So one real, other, what will others say? If I don't shed tears, what will others say? See how this hard-hearted this person really is. That is, I think it has got a psychological effect possibly. You say when near and dear goes, one has to weep. The mind becomes like, otherwise in some community, they bring higher They bring higher person and they will make the fellow live. I think there is something is there. It is not just because it is from the very old custom. I think I read somewhere in Shiva Rahasya or something, such a old custom it is. At the time of Puranas, etc., such custom means people were hired to make a bee factor. It must be having some effect on the health of the mind. It happens. Some people, they don't weep. And afterwards what happens, no? In life, no, it is there at the background. It has to touch any water it may be. One time or other that it has to get purgated as well. Anyway, so that is Araduram. Because you know what happens? All everything for the sake of oneself. You know that monkey, baby monkey and monkey Birbal story, like that it is. That is limitation of embodiment, what can be done with it. You know why? Because Atma is deathless. So therefore everyone wants to be immortal as well. That is to be discovered. All these relations, etc., they are so. Vyavahara, that is fine, but these relations are not going to make one land anywhere else. So that is the same. What is that? Sanyogaha Viyoganta. Any union is subject to separation. That is the rule. That is the rule. In Yoga Vasishta, in Devatana Vidhana also. Like the leaves of the tree, which come, go, these bodies are born and die. Tatra ka paridevana. Why lamentation? Why living? It is a fact. It is unavoidable. It is there, etc. Sooner or later, depending on the prarabdha karma. So that's why there are many old people who want to die. No, हिसाब चुकता नहीं हो. हिसाब चुकता होना चाहिए. That account has to get settled. So that is there. Shavavat nirastam, and that embodiment, Mahat Idam, that Idam Shariram, that the body which is discarded as what? At the Shava. Mahatma, here Mahatma is who? Jnani. Punaha na sangradhati, again doesn't take two. This was no longer identifies with it. Discarded once forever, never to take it as what? I never identify with it.
Om Swasti